show you how to find the midpoint of a line segment. As you can see, I'm going to use GeoGebra to demonstrate. Here we have the line AB. A is on the coordinate 1, 5 and B is at 5, 5. This point C represents the midpoint of the line, exactly halfway between A and B. Now, let's first of all start with this line. Look at the relationship between the midpoint and the points AB. And see how that changes when I move this line. Okay, so I'm going to put it back to the original starting point. To get the midpoint, you need to add the x coordinates of the 2 points. So 1 add 5 is 6 and halve it to give us 3. Do the same with the y coordinate. 5 add 5 is 10 and halve it to find the midpoint, which is 5. And you write your answer as a coordinate in the form xy. Let me move my point to here. So I've got my 2 points A and B. If I add the x coordinate, 1 add 3 is 4 and then halve it to give us 2. If you add 5 and 2 gives us 7, halve it to give you 3.5. And it works exactly the same way, even with negatives. Negative 3 add 0 is negative 3. Divide it by 2 to give you negative 1.5. 4 add 4 is 8. Halve it to give you 4. I have summarized those points on this sheet here. So to find the midpoint of a line, I have 2 coordinates. The first coordinate is denoted by x1, y1, and the second one is x2, y2. To find the midpoint, you need to add your both x coordinates together and halve it, and do the same with your y coordinates. Add your 2 y coordinates together and then divide it by 2. I've also summarized it in words in the bubble here. So let's go through an example. We have the point 2, 5 and 14, 19. To find the midpoint, I need to add both of my x coordinates together. I'm just going to write xy above both coordinates to remind myself which ones I'm adding. I would recommend for you to do this also. So the midpoint is going to be one big coordinate, and I need to add my x coordinates. 2 add 14 and then halve it, comma, because I'm writing it in a coordinate. 5 add 19 and then divide it by 2. That is equal to 2 add 14 is 16, divided by 2 is 8. 5 add 19 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. So the midpoint is 8, 12. Moving on to this example here. Find the midpoint of negative 2, 7 and negative 10, negative 2. Okay, so doing the exact same thing. I'm going to write my answer starting as a big coordinate. Negative 2 add negative 10 divided by 2. 7 add negative 2 divided by 2. I'm going through an example with negative numbers. Negative 2 add negative 10, that is the same as negative 2 subtract 10. Negative 2 subtract 10 is negative 12. And I'm going to divide that by 2. 7 add negative 2. When you add a negative number, that's the same as subtracting this number. So that's 7 subtract 2 is 5 divided by 2. I've not finished yet. I need to simplify my fractions. Negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. And 5 divided by 2 is going to give us a decimal, 2.5. The midpoint of these 2 points is negative 6, 2.5.